What's up everyone? I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 7 of Recreators. And with this episode, I couldn't help but laugh after how it ended because it's stupid, yes, but I just couldn't help but laugh. So, you know how at the end of the episode, it was all serious, we had the crazy violins playing in the background, you know, like, it's supposed to create like this uber tension moment, but when Sota said that, or he was about to say that Military Girl or Altair, he was going to say that she is his, but then he like stopped, but I couldn't help but finish the sentence. I could have sworn he was gonna say, Altair is my OC. Like, if you were deep into the fandom and if you've been through the weeb days, if you have been through the weeb days like I have, then you know that that shit is hilarious, man. Just, oh my gosh, the people like the weebs who make all the fan fictions, make all the fan art, the doujins and stuff, you know, who go really ham in. Like, obviously not all those people are weebs and stuff, but I'm talking about those people who are weebs, you know. They are obsessed with getting their OC out there and stuff. Like, you know, they're the ones that cosplay as their OC, and I'm not saying Sota's a weeb, it's just, that's what I thought he was gonna say. I thought he was just gonna say like, Altair is my OC. Oh my god, it's not that funny, I know, but oh my gosh, if you've been through the weeb days like I have, then you can't help but laugh. I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, so the majority of this episode was, well, basically how the typical episode of Recreators goes. We have a few minutes of it being action-packed, while the rest of the episode is dialogue-heavy. With the first little portion of the episode, I'd say about the first 8 minutes, 6 minutes or so, Yuya pops up in there, being the best boy that he is. I knew he would come through. He goes in to have a rematch with Blitz, and we later find out that Blitz's power is, well, he doesn't really have a power. He's a mercenary from a manga, and he has gravity bullets, but he also flies, but I don't believe he flies on his own accord. I think that's also some sort of machine-like thing in his boots. I could be wrong, but I think he activated something to fly in last week's episode. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy that Mamika is, you know, taking a stand, fighting back. However, I really did want to see some of those hype-ass battles. I mean, come on, Yuya about to go ham? I wanted to see that, but he kept on getting interrupted by Mamika. Oh man, come on. I wanted to see a brawl. I was like right back there with Magane. I'm just like, ooh, this is nothing like you ever get to see. It's like something out of a movie. And I'm just like, Magane, my girl. And you know, just when I thought that basically every character was there fighting each other except for Altair, Kanoya shows up. Oh, that was great. Just suddenly a giant mech appears. Just, oh, beautiful. That's a great way to end a battle. Like, how do you stop a battle? Not your magical splash, not some character versus character brawl. No, what you need is a mech. That's how it works. The mech didn't even do anything. Kind of just dropped down there and people were like, nope. That's it. That was great. I loved it. Gotta say, I'm pretty surprised that Sota actually told Mamika before telling his friends first about Altair being his OC. Why didn't he tell, you know, the fellow mangakas? Why didn't he tell Celestia? I don't understand why. I guess it was just to make some sort of cliffhanger for this episode. But we could already put 2 and 2 together since, you know, last week's episode, like the beginning of last week's episode, they showed that same scene that was played in the episode before that, where we find out that he had some involvement with Altair. So he is the artist, all right? So he drew Altair while Setsuna created the character description and, you know, the story and everything like that. We could put 2 and 2 together. And Sota says that Altair probably really hates the world. So they created a villain, and I'm really excited to see what else Altair can do, because Altair is just so incredible. I mean, I've talked about her design quite enough, but just her power, man. Her freaking power, like the blades that spin around her, and then she uses a gun as a violin. Like, what the That's so freaking cool. So an interesting point that Yuya brings up is character development. Oddly enough, you see, the character descriptions give you just enough to get to know the character for a good amount of the series, but you don't know if they're going to be the same towards the end of their series. Like, we know that Yuya is the final boss of his game, but Yuya does care about his rival, and this is most likely something that he comes to terms with more and more throughout his game. But in the real world, he's saying how because our character descriptions only say, you know, just enough about us, things are left out so that it doesn't disrupt the plot or anything, doesn't ruin the viewer's experience, so that we get, you know, a nice end like, oh man, that character developed, that was sweet. So Yuya was saying how they are changing in the real world. He's saying that he has changed, Kanoya has changed a bit, so he thought, hey, maybe Magane is changing too. No. Yeah, she went up and killed her creator. I'm pretty sure she smashed his head in the ceiling light. It kind of freaks me out just a tad bit because I do have a ceiling light. But overall, this was a pretty fun episode. What did you think of it? Were you also upset that Mamika interrupted the battles? Did you wish that this episode was nothing but an action-packed episode? Are you upset that we're going back to the same formula with a little bit of action, majority of dialogue heavy? Do you prefer this? Just let me know your overall thoughts. And catch me later as I review Blame and Samurai Jack. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.